Today we'll be taking a look at a brand new parkour mod. How's it going, guys? This is the Parkour Elements mod, and it's been a long time since we've done a parkour mod, but I'll put the most recent one I've done in the top right corner. Now, when it comes to free running or parkour, or just moving around environments using fancy tricks and cool moves, it's always been something I have just absolutely adored. And of course, things I have tried that I have also failed miserably at. I could never do that whole monkey jump thing. But I would practice rolling in my backyard for hours, and then jump off high things to see if it works. And yes, it definitely does, although I would always get the form wrong and then hurt my back, and then I never wanted to do it again. But when it comes to video games, I've always loved the idea of parkour. Mirror's Edge was a breakthrough game for me. It's freaking amazing. So we're gonna see if we can recreate some of those elements in today's video. So right off the bat, you're gonna notice we're in a different game mode. So it's technically still sandbox, you can still spawn stuff in. You can still technically switch guns. But the second you run or do anything, you go back to using your hands. There is a custom HUD in the bottom left corner, and in the bottom right you can see our weapon we have, although it does kind of conflict a little bit with the hollow HUD I have equipped now. But anyway, why don't we go ahead and jump right into the basics. So you'll see when you sprint, one, you can see your whole body, which is kind of neat. You'll always see your hands, and if you press left click, you will swing with your left hand, and right click is your right. Now, what happens when you hit someone with this? Well, it takes a bit, but eventually you'll get to the point where you will knock them on their face. Shut up, Odessa. Alright, so this is all good and dandy, and while we're talking about combat, let's go ahead and bring up the dropkick move. Because there's a special dropkick move where you press H. Bam! Although I recommend you do it to someone who is on the ground so you won't float like an idiot. Let's go ahead and try that again. Yeet! Yes, you definitely did, Odessa. It's important to mention that this kick move can also open up doors, so no more needing to press E. And by the way, everything I'm showing is going to be in third person just to give you a better idea of what it looks like, but you can go ahead, press Q, and you can go into options, and then go into client settings, and you can enable first person view. I'll constantly be changing in and out of this view throughout the video, just to give you guys an idea of what it all looks like. Alright, so we've been babbling for a while. What do you say we finally start doing some parkour, man? There's a few things with this mod that I find kind of interesting. One is there's no grab mechanic, so you cannot grab edges like we saw in one of the most recent parkour mods I did, which was probably like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been a minute. So your main method of getting over edges is going to be crouch jumping, which honestly works just fine, so I don't see a problem with it. Now, an issue kind of comes when you are in this situation. So if you run at a wall and press space and space again, you can wall climb, and it looks pretty neat, although again, the issue is you cannot grab edges, so you'll get to the edge and you won't be able to do anything. But I found something to alleviate this. And you'll notice that for some reason when you're in tight spaces, or if the wall's not wide enough, you're not going to be able to wall climb. But there's something you can do. You can do the tic-tac technique, where you run, jump at the wall, press control, and then run at the wall, and then control, and then, well, rinse and repeat. Until eventually you get to the top. And it's funny because none of this was talked about in the controls. I actually found it out by testing this, and I'm really glad I did because that is a pretty essential part of any parkour mod. Now, when you're at this kind of state, I think you know where this is going. And yes, you can do a horizontal wall run. Although I fucked up, god damn it. Okay, so if I would have just moved over a little bit, you'll see that there's a much better spot. Sorry for the blinding bloom, guys. I adjusted so many settings. It's just the map that's doing this for some reason. So the wall running is extremely finicky. You have to kind of like wait. But you can see just there for a moment, right there. That's what it looks like. There we go. Okay, I got it. So, like I said, guys, it's a little finicky. You don't want to press space too quick. You want to jump and then press space again. Awesome. So we did manage to get across. So far this is working out just fine. Wait! What was that? There is a climb mechanic. Okay, I would love to know how I did that. Oh. Alright, so that was interesting. I tested this for like 40 minutes and could not get that to work at all. So I guess now, we got it on video. It is possible to climb ledges now. But what about this ledge? You'll climb, and you'll just be twiddling like this the whole time. But once again, you can press control and you'll get over the edge, so it doesn't really matter. The climbing animation just looks nicer, I guess. I think one of my favorite features though is the tic-tac function. And right there, that's what happens when you fall from a high place. So why don't we talk about the rolling function now? So if you fall from a pretty high place, like say here, you will take catastrophic damage. In fact, let's see that again from this point of view. There's even an animation. You'll fall right on your ass and you'll wish you never did it. But if you hold control, you'll do a roll that slightly mitigates the damage. Hey guys, so I'm here post-recording and I realized I forgot something. So I'm editing that video right now, so hey there future Nathan, let's go ahead and get this over with. I forgot a feature. And that is the vaulting feature. How could I forget one of the most fundamental things in parkour? So if you go near an edge and it's too big, you can vault over it. And there's that monkey vault I was talking about earlier. Whoa! And this is actually one of my favorite features of this mod. So you have to get really close to it, and there's a few different animations for it. Just don't mess up like I did. Alright, back to the main video. Thanks for watching, guys. Something else that I didn't mention is if you run and press control, you'll do a really cool sliding animation, and there's a few animations for this. In fact, this is where I'm gonna switch it back to third person. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Awesome. So is it unnecessary? Oh hell yes it is. But it looks freaking cool. You can slide on your back, do like a weird kickflip thing, and then you can also just do a standard slide. So what the hell was that? Now I think it's also time to mention the high jump. I thought this was like, oh, this is like a super jump that you do. No, not really. It's mainly used to get over small obstacles and to just look cool. Remember, parkour is not only about being effective, but it's also about looking dope as hell. So pressing G. Oh yeah. Ow. Okay, let's do that again. Oh yeah. So there's quite a few different animations for this as well, which I think is really, really cool. Like if you guys don't know, variation is my favorite thing in a mod. When you can mix it up just a little bit, it goes a long way. And there's quite a few different ones we got here. I mean, look how dope this looks. So once again, this is kind of useless if you're trying to get over like a ledge because, well, you can just jump over it. But it won't look as cool, so that's not important. For instance, let's say we have a couch in our way. You could just jump, but that's lame as hell, man. Instead, yeah! Let me do that again just to make it look a little bit better. Oh yeah, perfect. It looks awesome, and it does work. It's so cool to have this kind of function in Garry's mod. Man, I wish I could just jump in the seat. That would be so sick. Wait, maybe I can like... Huh. Nope, I failed. Okay, it won't matter because my body will just go through the couch, but I was gonna kill myself right when I jumped to try to sit on the couch. And actually, you know what? There is a mod for that. So with all that being covered, that is all the basic functions of the mod, at least that I could gather. So let's see if we can go through this obstacle course without getting completely destroyed. Alright, so we were here last, so we're gonna start from here where we were wall running. Let's go ahead and jump. Once again, guys, I wish I could recreate that climbing thing, because I know that that was not an anomaly. That definitely happened, and it looked awesome, so I wish it just happened more. But it doesn't matter because we're going to go through this pretty easily if we can just... There we go. Now what about this wall? This wall's pretty high, although it might be kind of hard to see considering the goddamn bloom. But we can do multiple wall runs apparently, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. It's a little finicky, and it's hard when you can't see diddly squat, but eventually you will get it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, like, what more do you want from a parkour mod? I'm sure there's mods out there that have better looking animations. I mean, except for, like, this kind of stuff, because this looks freaking dope. But I mean, like, the climbing and stuff, because we did have a parkour mod where it did show you actually grabbing the edge and everything, and it looked freaking sick. But once again, it does work, so, I mean, again, what more do you want? And I think that just about does it. So guys, I would love to know your thoughts on this mod. Do you think this is a sick parkour mod? Do you think that it falls short? What would you like to see in this mod instead? Let me know your thoughts down below. As always guys, the links are down below. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, and until next time guys, thanks for watching and farewell.